Yo, Deb, what's up? Can you hear okay? Yo, Deb, I think that was a releasing. I think it came from them channels. I think them guys I think it's demonic, Deb. You can hear? Okay. I think we know what's going on now. I think that was probably O'Shell, Mark T. And these people. I think it's probably real. You know, Dub, they've been trying to get me wrapped up into that stuff. I feel bad for them all. I really do. Miss Haley, her photos getting taken, or she get, this is what I don't understand. She's a married woman, and she sent somebody supposedly, but now they're saying she's not married. It was all a lie. I feel bad for her for the situation she's in. I feel bad for Ernie because people make fun of him of his sickness or whatever. But, and the rest of them, I don't know what their problems are, but probably not good. But other stuff, I don't feel bad for what's going to be happening. No, it's excuse me, demonic or something. Spell or witchery or something. Who knows? But yeah, it's a horrible situation these people are in. And I woke up this morning and CW put out a new video. There's over 45 suspects in the Summer Wells case, and the people you're watching on Ernie's channel, a couple of them are the suspects. Yeah, I got my own to worry about too. I understand 100%. I don't like to go hard on ladies. I've never been a woman abuser or whatever. I don't like to go too hard on women. She was trying to get me to go over to Ernie's thing or whole thing or whatever, but I didn't fall for it. And they're trying to suck people into the madness, and it's almost like Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Where Johnny Depp had to get someone else's soul to give to the devil so he can go ahead. That's pretty much what I think we figured out. Yeah, they're all suspects. They know it. The things that they're doing now are just making themselves look very bad to the government. I agree with you on that. Here's the thing, no laws were broken. They were two grown adults sharing photos. It went sour. One of them threatened to do whatever. Uh, and still, no laws were broken or whatever. So, I feel bad for her, but I think what they tried to do is lure someone in, but yet they got lured, which was pretty crazy. Little Miss Debbie says all criminals. Yeah. Debbie, you could have told me that you couldn't hear my voice. I was on for 2.5 hours doing some great stuff, and I played it back, and I couldn't even hear my voice. 2.5 hours. It's just all you can hear is pretty much the music, and my voice is real low. It said something when I ended the live, Deb. It said something like something about AI uh, voice over or voice something can be added or something like that. I don't know what AI. I don't have AI, so someone must be hacking into the system and turning this stuff on. And I noticed on my Facebook pages, I checked both of my Facebook pages, and it had me as single. It had all my information on there, which it wasn't before. So I think maybe somebody tried to do something. I changed it all back. Ask Kel. I don't know. I went to go play it back, and you could barely hear my voice. So maybe somebody's editing or dabbling in the computer or something or doing something. Who knows? But 2.5 hours was just wasted on a bunch of crap that I couldn't hear when I played it back. I was loud. Am I loud right now? Maybe somebody turned up the volume on my thing, Deb. Yeah, I think they're dabbling in that shit down there in the dirty South and down there in Kentucky. And, a couple people were telling me about that shit. And I'm like, well, how can this shit be going on inside of America, a country that is under God, you know? But I guess it is. And there's no way around it. Congress and Senate have acknowledged it, Pentagon and everybody. We're going to have to deal with it. You know, we're going to have to deal with it. Why did everybody want to know if I had cigarettes? Yeah, I got cigarettes, but why was I noticed a couple people asking, "Do you have cigarettes?" Well, I haven't had too many today. Well, I can't believe that many suspects in the Summerwells case, but if you connected the dots, I imagine these guys are also connected to the Delphi pedo shit. I can tell you one thing, Debbie, it's pretty dang cold out there tonight. I don't think I was loud at all because I hit the playback after it was done and I could barely hear my voice and the music was loud over my voice. I can't believe 2.5 hours I sat there coming up with this script stuff going. That was some great stuff. And then I play it back, I can't even hear my voice. It was loud. Okay. Well, am I loud right now? I think I need a whole new system. I need two brand new computers. I need a brand new computer, and I got to spend $800 uh, for Pro Tools, the new Pro Tools, because all the Pro Tools stuff I got is 15 years old. So, and then I need a new computer for and a new interface. I think maybe something's wrong with my interface. Dev, I think somebody was doing to my live or something, or magic or whatever. Sorcery or whatever they call it. Well, I want to take this to Congress and Senate and say, look at what CIA came up with. Look at what we came up with. It's real. We got to deal with it before it gets out of hand. This is what happened back in King Arthur's day. Remember Merlin? You know? And now all the new stuff is coming out about Jesus, and it never was. All a fairy tale, all a story, they're saying now. To keep the masses uh, from being killed or whatever. It's pretty crazy. And you know what's even more crazier is I was listening to Joe Rogan, and he was saying he's waiting for him to come out and say this has all been a bunch of shibble shabble. That it never was. That it was just people writing stories about an imagination man or maybe a real man, but wasn't who they claimed he was. Maybe it'll be cool. It'll be very interesting to find out. I think they sold their souls to the devil. If it's real. If not, they're into some kind of madness. I don't know, aliens, whatever it is. I really do think we have to nip this in the bud before it gets too crazy in America. Yeah, I really don't know either what extremes we'll have to go through.
My skin is slow. Where you hold me tight, nearly hearts broken, mind but mine.
I can tell you what, after listening to some of these people and them saying there's a bunch of effery going on and stuff going on, I'm starting to believe it. A lot of people are saying it's end times. Well, we're going to put it through the test and see if it's end times. That's the only thing really to do is test these people. Back in the olden days, they would impale people, and if they stayed alive for so long, then they were let down. Well, I don't know if I put too much into it. You know, I'm more worried about our children and citizens to this, uh, whatever it is, whatever they're doing. I know they're sending sickness. We figured that much out. They are sending these people sicknesses. So, and you know what? I actually give Andrew credit for sticking up for his kid, if that's his kid. He made some bad calls, but he also made some good calls. Uh, you know, I feel bad for all of them, but they all got themselves into it, or they told a story that was a lie. And what happens when you lie? The lie becomes the truth. It becomes real. And I think they lied so much it became real, and now they're being hunted. And they can't figure out why. But it was because they lied so much it became real. And now they're on the list. Debbie says a lot of. Well, if you look into their records, the records don't lie. So what they tried to do was switch lives with us, right? We don't have the records they do, and we ain't like them. And their life is a wreck. And what they tried to do was switch lives, right? They're dying. I feel bad for them, but they tried to switch lives or whatever. The devil, they cut a deal with the devil, and the devil is trying to take what's mine and give it to them. But the devil knows many people will be hurt. You know, I'm not going to lay down for the devil if it's real. Now, these people might just be illusionists, madmen, witchery and sorcery, maybe. Alchemy, maybe. That's drugs, right? To hypnotize, to LSD and stuff like that. Which the pharaohs were into that. And before the pharaohs, when the Egyptians and before Jesus and everything, people were into that. So that might have been something that before the Bible, they did this stuff. So, maybe that stuff never died off and people are using it. You know that saying, Debbie, ancient Chinese secrets. I think what they did was believed a lot of lies that people were told, or they're bringing up. I noticed they bring up stuff that people did when they were kids. And I find that kind of crazy, where the only thing they got is something somebody did when they were 10, 11 years old. It's senseless. And they tried to pin a lot of stuff on people, but their lies didn't stick. From what I was told, it's a big, giant, psychotic madman church cult or something that is into trafficking drugs and all kinds of stuff. And I imagine that's why they've been going into the churches and shooting people and stuff, because the whole thing was just been a fabrication and an excuse for the masses to get away with bad things. For one, I want to find out who bought my channel. And then I want to find out who's controlling it. I'm tired of these bum-ass punks making money off of me. Well, I hope you understand, Dub. I have to keep pushing forward. Before I leave this planet. Oh, that's all right. You can go to sleep if you want, Dub. You don't have to be here. I know you're tired. It's 12:15. Quarter, depending on what time you're on, 1:15. I noticed when I went out a little while ago, there was 2 or 3 cars, or there was 1 van and 2 cars with Michigan plates parked out there. Once I came out, I think they boot scoot boogie. So it's very well they could be trying to connect or contact their family or whatever. Have them come down here and try and do something. Debbie says we're on the same time. Well, that depends if you change your time or not. Like I said, you live in the real world, it's only 12. If we live by this fantasy world that they create, it's 1:15. Stop what? I have a pretty thick head. It's hard to get things into my head. I wrote a song called Control because I don't like to be controlled. When I'm being controlled, when I feel I'm being controlled, I go on the defense and go through great extremes to make sure I'm safe. People can't figure out why, but if you came from where I came from, broken family, the streets, drugs. You don't really put up with too much. You shoot first and ask questions later. Yeah, well, sometimes we got to go through extremes to make sure we're safe and our children are safe. I know it's wrong, but sometimes I have to go on the defense and whoever's in the way. They put innocent people in my way, and I'm just going off, right? And instead of putting the people in front of me that are the problem, they pull a switcheroo. So I end up attacking somebody that's completely innocent and has no idea what's going on. Yeah, yada, yada, yada is right. I hear you there. The one lady was on Ernie's talking about her life, but she don't have receipts. Like that video I did earlier, I was like, well, that's bad because these people live their whole life on receipts. You could have been raped, beat many times, but if you don't have receipts, these people don't think you're telling the truth. You're not. I'm the type of dude, I believe everything, right? Because I want to believe everybody is truthful people, but I keep forgetting I'm on Earth again, where nobody tells the truth. It's a different planet from where I come from. They're telling you that right now, Debbie. They really do believe Ernie. He does have a following. And all of a sudden they're saying now, don't listen to Ernie. And I agree with them. But he's a lure to people that have been manipulated and used or whatever, and they flock to him, even though they'll find out the hard way. Like so many women that I watched, just eaten up and spit out by estrogen. It's unreal. I do believe they're saying that now because they're trying to protect him because they're coming for him again. And they realize that their lies and the madness or whatever got themselves in deep crap, and now they're trying to maybe protect him or something from something. I think they did some bad stuff to people, and all the lies were to cover up the very bad stuff that they did to people. I was listening to Mrs. Brooks, and she was saying they injected somebody with herpes, AIDS, and HPV or whatever that is. But they won't tell you who. I'll be like, well, who'd they do that to? Probably many people. Maybe that's what they did to Ernie. Maybe that's what they did to Upchurch. He's been going crazy lately. Debbie says, come on now. No, I think we should just keep pushing forward. They're all having a great time now, but they won't be soon. I got a bad feeling it's going to flip, and they're all going to be over there going crazy again. That's what they tried to do, was to flip magic shit. Magic, witchery, sorcery stuff. Now, why won't they let me read the CIA files on what they found on this witchery and sorcery stuff? I'm trying to keep it from me. No, I'm not ate up by it. Someone is, but it wasn't me. They keep talking over there. Some guy, John, needs a kidney or something like that. I'm like, who? It's not me. Who? Now, I do have to agree, if these people are showing other people's photos, like Ernie and this lady or whatever are showing photos of people, having people hack, get photos, or sending spies in to get photos and using them, I think they should be punished for that. I think that's what it is. They're the ones that are doing it, but they're trying to project out to the rest of the people that it's other people. and all the data keeps coming back as it's them. No, I'm not consumed. I gotta stay on the ball, Debbie. I gotta stay on the ball. They're the ball. Don't get too close to them, no problem. Because you'll get sucked down into their madness. Just sit back and watch and listen. I wouldn't have done half the things I'd done if these people would have left our disabled people and older people and stuff like that alone, but they didn't. Hey Deb, I got that. I was watching that video on Chris Benoit. That was kind of freaky. Why? What made? Was it the roids? Was it all the sports drinks that he was drinking? Was it something deeper? Well, some people say maybe he was into something in that wrestling or whatever. I don't know. It was pretty freaky though. Brain injury? Yeah, it could be. I think he fell on his head a couple times when he was wrestling. It might be. I know steroids also cause brain damage. After so long, it starts eating away at the brain and everything. So it might have been that. Maybe it was Trump and Kelp. Valdez. Kind of weird how they were asking so. I'll be on the hunt for them in these chats. You know, government, United States of America, you shouldn't be wanting to go to war with God. You should be wanting to take out the devil. You think that's what it was, Debbie? He just took too many hits to the head. What I don't understand is why he took out his child. I mean, I could see maybe the wife and him, but why the kid? And why do they always try and make it out to be it's your family that's doing it? Maybe so, but if you're anyone that follows, whether the Lord or like some kind of a ideology of peace and live and let live, and you're not supposed to break laws. You're not going to do anything to the family. That's blood, you know. You got to put up with it. But some families don't. They'll kill their own kind or whatever. Oh, he did it for sure, Debbie said. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Well, Vincent, that's your problem. Might as well do as she tells you to do. You should know better than that. Always listen to your woman. Ain't that right, Debbie? I think you're right, though, Debbie. Is that where they found the kid? Was right in the front room when they walked in, Debbie, on the floor? Because I noticed in that video you sent that they had like a dummy in the middle of the floor. Well, Vincent, you shouldn't be harassing little Debbie and being mad that she keeps the fan on all night. Oh, it was like a learning. It was like a learning video or something where they just displayed the body. Oh, it was a wrestling doll. Okay. Okay, well, I thought it was like an outline or a display of the kid. That's where the kid's body was. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it seemed pretty sad. I think he woke up one day and realized he put his life in someone else's hands and it wasn't turning out good. And he was leaving this earth, taking the people with him that he loved. That's what I really think happened. Right? He put his whole life in someone's hands and it turned out to be the devil. And he flipped out. I don't blame him, not at all. You know, and he was a Bible person supposedly, so he had to know that doing that was a sin. But I think you're right. Between the roids, getting hit in the head, and all the dang sports drinks that he drank, that Red Bull stuff, energy drinks, there was like 8 of them inside of his garbage can. I told you that stuff will mess you up. I seen a guy drink a whole bunch of them on YouTube, and then he had to get rushed to the hospital. Uh, and they ripped open his shirt, and his effing heart was literally coming through his rib cage. It was unreal. Yeah, they said he stopped acting like himself. I don't blame him. Like I said, I think he made a decision, and once he realized he made the wrong decision, which we all do, right? It goes back to the biblical stuff of the fake Messiah or whatever. He couldn't handle it, flipped out, and I don't blame him one bit. But I think you're probably more right, Debbie. Just too many hits to the head, sports drinks, steroids, and he lost his mind. Yeah. Brain damage will do that. I wonder what's the greater sin, wiping out someone else or taking your own life. In some religions, it's better to take your own life out than others, but in some religions, it's better to take others out than kill yourself. Debbie says they said it was a brain injury. Yeah. Yeah. People, they don't believe. And he could have had a brain injury 10, 20 years back. And it just, that's what brain injuries do. That's what happened to me. If it wasn't for people around me, military people that done time in military come back with problems. If it wasn't for carpenters, electricians that I learned a trade, mechanics and stuff like that, that drilled it into my head. You got brain problems, right? You have to focus. You know you got brain problems, whether it be whatever, brain injury, schizophrenia, whatever. It's not real, right? In your head. And you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused and driven. And I know I have a disability. I know when to defend myself and when not to. Right? I can see the devil coming at me, the anger, the madness. It's best to walk away, but sometimes you have to defend yourself. But I was taught, and I taught myself, that you don't just go out and do bad things to do them. Uh, it ain't right. And if I didn't have this stuff around me, and medication helped a little bit, but only for so long, because that medication they give you, that'll kill you. No, I probably would have ended up hurting a lot of people. And thank God I didn't. I wasn't like that. I had a brain problem, but I wasn't the type to go out and do anything bad, you know, just to do it. I don't know. Maybe my brain problem is so bad. I've been out wiping people out all over this world and don't even know it. Is it possible? Probably not, because I'm poor. You would need all kinds of money for gas. And I would be limited only to the United States because I don't like to fly. Debbie says that would be a good live to do. Maybe we are dealing with the serpents. It's an alien. Right? The snake is an alien. Maybe we should devote our time to wiping out the snake people. Then again, we have to talk like them. So, Saki Sui, solo solo. Yeah, that'll do it every time, Deborah. That'll do it every time, Debbie. And what's bad about a brain damage is sometimes it gets bad, but it stays stable. It's kind of hard to explain, right? When you have concussions and stuff. I don't know. Look at Gary Busey. He suffered a massive concussion to the head. Right? Old Batty Sausage himself. Debbie said he also had drug abuse. Probably. Was it the cocaine or the steroids? History of domestic violence. Well, if he lived in the United States, that's a normal. That's a given. Well, what I came to the determination is I'm going to have to pass the torch on. It's a young man's game. I'm in my high 50s, and it's a young man's game. So I'm going to have to pass the torch off to somebody younger. That's an ass kicker, a name taker. I'm kind of upset because I've reached that age where I just can't do the damage I used to do in my 30s. I'm mad at myself because my injuries and hard labor I had to do my whole life caught up to me. And now I realized the only thing to do is find a good woman and retire from the ball busting company. It's actually time for me to retire and enjoy my life, my time. I'm going back to being boring. Maybe music. That's about it. Yes, good night, Miss Debbie Fox. I'm going to end this here at probably 2 o'clock. Here in a few minutes. Good night, little lady. Sleep good. You know what? Being alone so long, I ain't got many friends at all. Ain't got much family. But being alone has taught me something good. Don't trust nobody. Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about the women that you're involved with. Many things. I can entertain myself, and I don't have to be around people to feel complete. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got 5 more minutes. I do believe we figured out what's going on in the whole Summer Wells case. I do believe we figured out the witchery, sorcery, the effery, whatever they call it, amongst the people that are in it. Very dark people practice that kankakajanja, dark arts, and all kinds of stuff. I think we've learned a lot on these YouTube streets. That literally the streets are becoming safer than the YouTube streets. And I can deal with that. I'd rather this war be on YouTube than on the streets. So I think it's working pretty good. I think they all fell for it, Debbie, our plan to keep the madness off of the streets and on YouTube. Debbie, you have a good night. Sleep tight. Everybody else, too. We got a couple minutes left here. Got like 3.5 minutes. I can't believe for 2.5 hours I talked, but could not hear myself at all when I played it back. One time I did a live for about an hour. I was on mute. Couldn't hear a dang thing I was saying. God dang hour I was just sitting there talking away. I'll tell you what, there ain't nothing like Chicago blues. Folks, you've been listening to the Chicago Blues radio station being pumped in from Chicago, Illinois. I want all you folks to have a great night. God bless you. I want to give a shout out to all the home little towns back home: Summit, Argo, Bridgeview, Lockport, Frankfort, Joliet, Tinley Park, Orland Park, Mokina, and so many other places that made us what we were, right? Shout out to all them dudes on Harlem Street, LaGrange, Mokina. You folks have a great night. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. It is cold out tonight. Be safe. Sometimes we stray off of the path. It's hard to walk with God. It's hard to believe in any of this. But that's where your faith has to come in. Now, you folks have a great night. We'll see you another day.